everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm going to revisit a series I started on this channel a few months ago now called Spicy Licks, where basically I demonstrate some flashy guitar licks, show you how to play them note for note, and talk a bit about the theory behind them, which by the way you don't have to understand if all you want to know is how to play them note for note. But if you do want to understand some of the concepts behind them and be able to apply them to your own guitar playing, then that information is going to be there for you. I've actually only done 2 of these so far, and now that I have much more time on my hands for making YouTube content, I'm going to try and make this a more regular thing. So if you make it to the end of the video and reach the conclusion that you enjoyed it and would like to see more videos like it, then please drop a comment below. You heard today's spicy lick in the intro to this video. Let's take a listen to it once more before we get into it. Okay, so first off we're in E. The backing track is just a static chord vamp of E dominant 7th. The first part of the lick uses the E minor pentatonic scale and sounds like this. So for some context, I'll give you a count into that. All of the notes are 16th note triplets, so let's actually just forget about the notes for a second and let's focus first on getting the rhythm down, because that is important to understand. I'll count you in and strum the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's hear that again, but this time with the actual notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. At this point, I'm guessing you probably want me to teach you the actual notes, so I'll do that now. So you start in position 3 of the E minor pentatonic scale. And you go 5-7 on the A string, 5-7 on the D string, and at this point you slide up to position 4 of the E minor pentatonic. And how you do that is by striking the 5th fret of the D string with your first finger on that fret, and very quickly slide up to fret 7. Pick fret 9, followed by 7-9 on the G string. So far we have this. So make sure that when you slide from 5 to 7 on the D string, you do it as quickly as you can, but still maintain the 16th note triplet rhythm. The end of this part of the lick goes like this. And all that is a transition from position 4 of the minor pentatonic to position 5 of the minor pentatonic. So to do that, you play another rapid slide from 7 to 9 on the G, then pick fret 12, followed by 10 to 12 on the B string. So this is part 1 in its entirety. In the second part of the lick, there's a diminished flavour added to what was, up until now, entirely based on the minor pentatonic scale. I'll play the second part for reference and then I'll break it down for you. This part starts with a diminished arpeggio, and since we're in E, we're going to treat this as an E diminished arpeggio. So you're going to play 8 to 11 on the D string, followed by 9 to 12 on the G string. And next you're going to incorporate another rapid slide with the first finger, this time from fret 9 on the G up to fret 12. And then strike 15 on the G after that. After that you play 12, 15 on the B string. And this is where our little diminished adventure ends, because these two notes here belong to position 1 of the E minor pentatonic scale. The very last part of this entire lick goes like this. So that's 15 on the G string, which is the flat 5 of the E blues scale. So 15 on the G, 12, 15 on the B, and then 12 on the high E, and then 13 and bend up a semitone. So when you're on fret 13, you're going to bend up to this note here. And basically what that lick is just doing this, really. But instead of just picking that note and bending up to it from a semitone beneath it, which is just a nice little expressive technique that you can use in your playing. Here is part 2 of the lick once more. And here is the entire lick. This is everything you've learned in this lesson. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, for anyone that cares, usually when you're playing over a dominant 7th chord, the diminished arpeggio that you would use over that chord would be a semitone higher than the root of the chord. So, for example, over the top of an E dominant 7th chord, you might play an F diminished arpeggio. And that is because the F diminished arpeggio makes the E7 chord sound like a 7 flat 9 chord because of this note here. But in the case of this lick, I didn't apply that. I chose to use the E diminished arpeggio over the E7 chord instead, because it leads nicely to the flat 5 of the E blues scale. So that's the flat 5 of the E blues scale there. So I hope you all enjoyed this lesson, and like I said before, if you want to see more spicy lick videos on my channel in the future, please do go ahead and drop a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and click subscribe for more.